Welcome to the In My Opinion show with host Denise Smith-Allen. Seen on the internet via YouTube, enter in capital letters RBRIMO to watch our exciting programs. Subscriptions are free. The In My Opinion show is seen on Flint, Michigan, Comcast Cable Television, Channel 17, every Saturday at 6 p.m. and Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. The In My Opinion show is also seen on Detroit, Michigan, Comcast Cable Television, Channel 68, every Sunday at 9 p.m. We want to welcome our worldwide viewers. We hope that you will enjoy our programs that are newsworthy, educational, political, and entertaining. If you would like to be a guest on this exciting program or have a different opinion on subject matters, please email our producer. I am, in my opinion, RBR at AT&T.net. Well, I'm excited. This is going to be a wonderful program. I have two brilliant young ladies with me, Kristie King and Esther Nichols, representing Enhanced Fitness. But before we get started talking about Enhanced Fitness, Kristie, let's talk about you a little bit. Tell us about you.
Well, Miss Denise, I'm a senior program coordinator for the National Kidney Foundation. One of my primary responsibilities is coordinating and managing the Enhanced Fitness program, our fitness program throughout the state of Michigan. I'm a social worker by trade. I've been in the dialysis units for many years, working for the Henry Ford Health System's Greenfield Health System dialysis facilities, later on transitioning on to the National Kidney Foundation to continue more direct community grassroots programmatic work. So social worker at heart, grassroots activist at heart, about all things health.
Okay, so you're all about health and
All
making
about
sure
health.
people are aware of what they're putting into their mouth and how they're taking care of their bodies.
Absolutely. Really looking at what that means for us, as a community and the community of people.
Okay, all right. And when you say us, who are you talking about specifically?
For me, primarily the community at large, but specifically populations of color, African Americans, who are at risk way more higher than other populations for chronic kidney disease and dialysis at large.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you for that wonderful introduction. Now, Miss Lady over here, how are you?
I am wonderful.
Okay.
Excited to be here.
All right. Okay, Esther, tell us a little bit about you.
I am a program coordinator at the National Kidney Foundation. I've been here now 2 years, and I love what I do. I'm learning how to advocate. I'm learning how to be a part of the grant writing process, networking, hosting workshops, getting involved in the community, also spreading the news about chronic kidney disease and the importance of taking good care of your kidneys, especially for, once again, like Ms. Kristie said, populations of color. However, we are definitely focused on making sure everyone understands the programs and the things that we provide, such as our mission statement, which is to prevent chronic kidney disease, as well as to improve the quality of health for those that have the disease. So we do a lot of informationals, health fairs, things of that nature, just to really get the word out, and I'm instrumental in doing that. I'm also instrumental in running or coordinating the Enhanced Fitness program here in the city of Flint, or Genesee County. So having that being said, I am responsible for making sure that people understand about the health enhanced fitness and why it's important to make sure that you include nutrition and exercise in your diet.
Okay. Well, that's real interesting, and I think what I want to kind of zero in on is talking a little bit about Enhanced Fitness. Tell us about what is different about Enhanced Fitness compared to the other programs that are out here.
One thing that makes Enhanced Fitness so different is that we use chairs. It's done at your own pace. And I would say the biggest thing is that we never jump up in the air and we're never on the floor. So when we say that, a lot of people are like, oh, well, I'm not going to get a good workout. But ideally, Enhanced Fitness is about starting where you're at. The program was designed for seniors. It's an evidence-based program, so that means it's been tested, it's been tried. It's a licensed program out of Seattle, Washington through Project Enhance. And so we've adopted that program as one of our main programs at the National Kidney Foundation to introduce into the community. although it was designed for seniors, we've been able to just make it available to the community at large. Everyone is welcome. So although, yes, we may be at senior centers, we have about 24, I think, locations across the state. It's open to everyone. Some senior centers, recreation centers, faith-based institutions, churches, whoever's interested and has the space. Flint Farmers Market, which is our exciting, probably one of the most exciting locations that we have throughout the state, period.
Okay.
You know, so for me, really the idea that you can do this program anywhere. You can do the program, it includes our strength training piece, which we have our weights, but it's really based on starting where you're at. So you don't have that ideal of, a lot of people think when I'm in a fitness class, I have to jump around, I have to do cartwheels and all these type of things. But really, we're really about just getting that heart rate up and starting somewhere to move you on.
Okay. But it's interesting. Now, you mentioned farmers market. Now, how in the world does that happen? Because people are going to and from. How does that work?
I'll let Esther talk a little bit about that one, because that has been her baby, and we are very excited about where that location has come from.
Okay.
Yes, definitely. Basically, for the farmers market, we started out as a demo site, and basically with a demo site, we would just basically have classes there just to see what type of interpretation or what type of perception or even participation we would get. So it began to grow where more and more people were interested in it, and the coordinator, Sean Gartland, began to come to us and say, hey, maybe you might want to take some more classes, or you want to have more people come out to participate in the classes. So that worked out, along with other funders actually got on board. Root Mott was which our primary funder, along with HEP, got on board, and they said, you know what, you might want to see if you can make this into a site. So we did. We actually officially became a site in September of last year.
Wonderful.
So our numbers, and our numbers grew from on average maybe 8 to about 12 people on a consistent basis coming out on a Tuesday and a Thursday. We have classes from 10 in the morning till 11, and it's perfect because it's right before lunchtime. So you have people that are able to come and watch and participate. And we also had an exciting interview with Mark Jacobson from TV 12.
Okay.
He came out in March during our National Kidney Awareness Month and did an interview, and we had a live stage and audience and everything. It was just awesome. And our numbers have grew since then.
Great.
And the
great.
Flint Farmers Market, another unique piece about that, Sean was really interested in making it a holistic type of idea. So when you come into the Farmers Market, you're getting everything. You get the education because they have a demonstration kitchen there, which we've partnered with him on some activities. You have all the food vendors. You have, fresh fruits. You have prepared foods. You have all the craft vendors. You have everything you need right there. And you can also come and get exercise as well. So it becomes that holistic piece, just that ideal and exciting thing. You come to the farmers market, you don't expect to see a live exercise class going on in the atrium, which makes it even more exciting. So we're not in a separate room, but we're right there. And some people just come and participate for a few minutes. Some people come and stay for the entire time, but we are so proud and excited that we actually have a firm group of participants that come every week and that are excited to be there.
Great. Now, what I'm thinking about, because a lot of times when people come to the farmers market, they're probably casually dressed or whatever. Now, what about, their shoes? What do you have some stipulations as to what they should be wearing?
We do. Actually, in situations like that, we actually had a situation last week where a participant was new to the program and wanted to participate. We did take her to the side and explain to her, because her shoes were open, almost like a flip-flop, and we told her, we said, well, unfortunately, we're not saying that you cannot participate in the program today. However, if you don't mind doing the program seated, we just want to make sure that we, make sure that you're not hurt or that you don't injure yourself in any way. She understood. She was a little disappointed because her whole thing was she wanted to stand up and work out. But we told her, after she signs the waiver, which they always sign in an attendance form as well as a waiver, that due to the fact that the way we run our program, we want to make sure safety is always first. So she did. She did a few seated. She did a few standing. Not dramatic movement, but just enough to say, okay, I did do a workout. next time I know to bring comfortable shoes and appropriate shoes.
And safety is always key for us. That's the first thing is safety. And so, of course, with any exercise program, we want to make sure that everyone is dressed properly. Make sure our instructors demonstrate what's proper dress, number one. And so those are some conversations that we have. And because Enhanced Fitness is a exercise program that's new for some people just starting fitness, some people may not understand the proper or the safe way in which they should dress. And so education is definitely part of what that looks like, but providing an opportunity to not turn people away, but say, hey, you can do it this way as well. So education about exercise and the benefits of it are definitely part of the program as well. So we look to address people just pretty much where they're at, hoping everyone feels included in that process overall.
Okay, that sounds really good. Now, I know earlier on in our conversation you had mentioned something about the Kidney Foundation and their relationship with Enhanced Fitness. So you want to talk a little bit about that?
The National Kidney Foundation, first, we've been around for a very long time, and it's funny because people really don't know who we are or what we do, and they're often turned away because it's like, oh, my kidneys are okay. I don't want to talk to you. My kidneys are real good. Or they'll say, can you help me get a kidney? Right. And I'm like, well, I can talk to you about keeping them healthy. We can talk about that. So we've been around for over 50 years doing lots of education and research type activities. Over the past probably 10 years or so, we've began to focus more on preventative type programs. So in 2008, Enhanced Fitness was one of the newer evidence-based programs that we decided to bring into our organization. And with that, with our mission to prevent kidney disease, for us is looking at diabetes, high blood pressure, and obesity. You know, really getting people to understand that diabetes and high blood pressure are the top two causes of kidney failure, which people don't really realize. They don't recognize or make that connection that if you don't manage that diabetes or you don't manage that high blood pressure, there's a huge chance that you will, and I'll say it this way, kill your kidneys. And so we really want to get people to understand that and understand the effects of obesity as well, that obesity plays into diabetes and high blood pressure. Therein, we have the fitness program. And because Enhanced Fitness was, although it was an evidence-based program, it was flexible. We could really make it adaptable to the community at large. And so we started in the Detroit area with 3 locations in 2008, and we just continued to grow to the 24 locations that we actually manage now across the state.
Did you say 24 in the entire
state that Kidney Foundation is a part of?
Wonderful.
And so we've helped start those locations. Some of them we continue to directly manage, but we pretty much have, I'll say, a hands in every one of those 24 locations in some form or another. They all may look differently, meaning that the populations that they serve may look different. Sometimes, you know, we run our course. Sometimes things can start off so wonderful, and after a few years, you know, we look to see how we can change the program to keep it alive, we'll say, keep it fresh. But we've been able to sustain those programs through varying partners, and that could be churches, faith-based. Our Health Alliance Plan Help has been a wonderful partner for us. Ruth Mott here in Flint, other funding sources that promote evidence-based programming. So it's not the typical, for us as an organization, it's not the typical, and I'll use this as an example, and believe me, I love Zumba, I go myself, but it's not the typical Zumba program where we can just go and we can set it up anywhere and we can do Zumba outside on the grass. It doesn't matter. Enhanced Fitness therein is a licensed program. So the National Kidney Foundation is actually an organization that holds a license. And so we pay a licensing fee to Project Enhance in Seattle to actually host each site. So all 24 locations are actually licensed site. And you can go to the Project Enhance website or the Michigan Department of Community Health website or the Kidney Foundations. And you can see varying sites throughout the country, the state, or the Kidney Foundation itself.
Oh, okay. So you all are on a different level than a lot of exercise sites. Okay. And I heard you say, Esther, earlier about when people come in, they have to fill out a waiver form. And they also, there's an attendance.
Absolutely.
There's an attendance. And so talk about that a little bit, Esther.
Basically, if you're new coming to the program, the reason why we have people fill out the attendance forms is because we are a grant-based program. And because we are a evidence-based program first, but then we also receive a lot of grants from Ruth Mott, from HAP, from various funders, because we are able to track people when they come and we turn that information in down to our headquarters in Ann Arbor, and then they're able to posting information to the Michigan Department of Community Health. We're then able to track those numbers and various demographics because it allows us to continue to get funding for certain populations or things of that nature. So that's why we always ask if people can please sign in. And then, of course, the fitness waiver. The fitness waiver is just something that takes liability off of us, and it also shows that we're responsible for people coming in here. We're not going to have them throwing arms all over the place and running here and doing that, and then people fall and get hurt. You know, that it's very structured, very organized, but very fun. So in the midst of the structure and organization and everyone being licensed and understanding their role and responsibility, it's a lot of fun because there are different teaching styles. Similar to what Kristie said, you may have someone who has a Zumba background. You may have someone who has just a typical aerobic background. They may have a kickboxing background. They may have more of like a dance, like your Latin dances. So you'll have different styles, so that way you don't have to worry about, oh, this is going to be boring. You're going to be sending paperwork. That no, they're going to come and they're going to, do their paperwork and get that out of the way, and then enjoy the class.
Okay. So typically, how long is the class?
About an hour.
Okay.
About an hour. We start off with 5 minutes of the warm up, and then we'll do like a 20-minute cardio. We'll have like a 10-minute kind of a slight cool down just to bring the heart rate down. The next 20 minutes will be for our strength training portion, in which we work the upper and lower body. And then, of course, the last 10 minutes of the class, we'll use that time to actually cool the body down and include stretching and balance techniques, and coordination is always included in each class because we want to focus on the coordination as well as the balance.
Okay. Now, with Enhanced Fitness, with the 24 sites and all of that, about how long has this program been in existence? As I know it's evidence-based, but how long has it been in existence in Michigan?
Oh, wow. The Kidney Foundation, I would love to take credit of being the first Enhanced Fitness locations, but we're not.
Okay.
The program was actually adopted here in Michigan. I want to say in the Kalamazoo, West Michigan area was the first area that actually brought Enhanced Fitness in. And then the YMCAs are also part of Enhanced Fitness in Michigan. And so the YMCA, I want to say Lansing, kind of took the realm thereof, and that's how the Kidney Foundation connected and began to partner with them and kind of see what they have been doing over the past couple years. So I would say early 2000s. We started in 2008 at the Kidney Foundation, and I want to say early 2000s, the program was actually going on here already, and no one knew about it.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. And so out of Seattle, we're looking at late 90s when they did some trials with the University of Washington to actually see what works best. And they did those trials with a senior-based population.
Okay.
And I think here in Michigan, we just took it for what it was and really looked at the broadness of what the program could offer, so that we didn't stick into the little just senior-based only, but we really looked at the benefits of how this program is so adaptable, has all the components as Esther mentioned, and can address diabetes, high blood pressure, can meet people where they're at, if it's morbidly obese, whatever it is. So the program itself, it's been here for a while. I think one of the unique things here in Michigan as well with the program is that our Michigan Department of Community Health is an active partner.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Exactly, because it provides us with some support and some resources that some states or organizations may not have.
Right.
And so they actually help us with monitoring our program. They help us with paperwork. They help provide, they sponsor our annual conference every year for the instructors here through the state of Michigan.
Oh, really?
Absolutely. And it's so important because it allows us all instructors, which we're all certified instructors, you must be certified for the program. It allows us to come together, share techniques, share music, whatever concerns we may have, and get updates on the program itself. So it's a wonderful opportunity to bring that West Michigan in, to bring that Upper Michigan in, to bring Southeast Michigan all in together in one location.
Okay, and you say, is this an annual conference?
It's an annual conference, and this year will be our third annual, so we're super excited.
Yes.
We're
Where
super.
is it gonna be?
It is going to be in Lansing on June 16th at Lansing Community College, and so we're in the planning phases right now. But just an opportunity for those instructors, and sometime I've even invited people that may be interested in Enhanced Fitness, becoming an instructor, to kind of see what that network looks like, because they become it's like a motivation session. It's really a pep rally for us instructors to get back together.
Okay, all right.
Don't forget the food, Kristie. The food is good.
The food is always good. Healthy good. Healthy good.
Okay.
Yes, healthy good.
Well, that's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. So, I was going to ask you about the benefits, if you will, if a person were to decide they wanted to be an instructor. Tell me about that.
The benefits of being an instructor is an awesome program.
Okay.
But beyond that, I say it's really about giving back. It's really about looking at health on a broader perspective, if that's life-changing for yourself, or if that's even impacting others' lives. We've had instructors come through that have had their own personal journey. And so I think one of the unique things, and you asked this earlier, what makes the program unique, all of our instructors do not come to us with a fitness background, meaning everyone has not been trained as a certified fitness individual before they get to us. But we consider this a lay health program, meaning if you're interested, hey, you've been maybe going to fitness classes for a while, or maybe you've been going to enhanced fitness and you've become really part of the program, and sometimes you may sit alongside the instructor or something like that, and you've become motivated to say, hey, I think I can teach that. We will bring you in.
Okay.
We will provide a certification training for you. We will certify you in enhanced fitness protocols, and then work you through a apprenticeship program to allow you to teach independently on your own. So it's really life-changing. Some instructors have even demonstrated where their journey has been documented that they've lost 60 pounds, and how it's changed their mindset around being healthy, because now they are the example to the class itself. So before I was in the class, or I was just thinking about it, but now I am the person that people are coming to, looking at for that advice and that education and that information. So it has been transforming for a lot of our instructors, and I'm sure Esther can testify to that.
Yes, that's true. Actually, two in particular that I've talked to that are instructors in Flint. One is in her 70s. She doesn't look it though, honestly. She looks really, really good. But she complained of having fibromyalgia, and it was difficult for her in the morning to get up and raise her arms up over her head. But after she became an instructor, it, like Kristie said, it allowed her to become accountable to the class, that she not only had to do what she needed to do to teach the class, but it was benefiting her. That now she's able to get up first thing in the morning, and she has like very little pain, and she looks really, really good, and she knows what I'm talking about just because she's watching.
Okay. All right. Okay. You know who you are.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that was one testimony. She's doing really good.
Okay. Well, that is exceptional, and it's so encouraging. One of the things that I have been curious about is, once a person has been through the program for a while and they're talking about it and whatnot, do you have any mechanism in which you kind of like maybe document testimonials, or send that information to public health so that they can give you back statistics and things like that?
And we do that. Great question, because a lot of people, that's what makes us evidence-based, is that we do those fitness assessments on people to monitor their progress. So we do it when they come in, we do it at about 4 months, and then we do it at about 6 months to a year thereafter, so that we're able to track their progress and show them that, hey, you've made progress, even though through their testimonials, we see that. We get those testimonials of, I'm no longer on diabetes medication, or they've lowered my medication, or my weight has changed, those type of things. And so it's important for us to send that information to our funders so that they know we're doing what they're paying us to do.
Right.
So it's really, really beneficial. And it even want to take pictures, or bringing our participants in to talk to our funders. We've done that as well. And that has been probably more impactful than any written testimonial. It's actually having people come in and meet with our funders and talk to our funders, or bringing our funders to our EF classes. Because a lot of times they have no idea what we have a fitness program, but to bring people there and see how excited people are, how much fun they're having, it just takes it to a whole new level, and it gives us that buy-in. And really, the funders begin to buy into it.
Yeah, well, that's very important. And they're seeing where their money is going.
Absolutely.
And they're seeing the benefits. And therefore, it's kind of like a word of mouth thing. If it's working, I'm going to tell somebody.
That's right.
And it's funny, because that's how our classes have grown. Word of mouth, more than any flyer can do. It's the word. We'll start with 3 people. I have one location. We started with maybe 8 people. And then we ended up with 50 people.
Wow.
Word of mouth. Very little marketing with flyers, just word of mouth because it works.
Okay.
Because it works.
And that's extraordinary. And that's what it's all about.
And I think, not to cut you off, Denise, but to add to what Kristie just mentioned, not only just the word of mouth as far as the actual program working, but I think a lot of people like the social aspect. They like to come, just, hey girl, and they feel like it's a big party. You know, they feel the instructors, they come, they bring the energy, they bring the fun. People come, they get together, they talk about recipes, they learn about other programs that the Kidney Foundation has to offer. Oh, I like your outfit, I like your shoes, where did you get those? And it really is just that atmosphere that brings people in because they like the social aspect as well.
Okay. Wow. Well, I am encouraged. I'm looking at Enhanced Fitness as being a model for people to look at and to think about how they can improve their overall health, take care of those kidneys.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And all the rest of themselves as a whole. And I think that it's beneficial, that you have an opportunity to talk about it. So therefore, we're going to increase those numbers.
Yes.
We're going to get more people engaged and involved in taking care of their health. So I think it's a benefit, and I'm just so grateful that both of you were able to grace us with your presence today and tell us all about Enhanced Fitness. And we want to enhance Michigan. How about that?
Yes.
How about that? Let's have a new phase going on.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Enhance Michigan.
Enhanced Michigan.
Enhance
Okay.
Michigan.
Excuse me. Well, this has been the In My Opinion show with your host, Denise Smith Allen. And it looks like we may be able to just say one more thing.
Oh, wow.
If there is a telephone number or a contact number that we can give to the viewing audience, I think that would be helpful.
Okay.
So if one wants to give us a contact person or a number, I think that would be helpful.
Well, I'll give our website address is nkfm.org, and you will find a lot of information about our programming there. And then Esther can share the Flint information directly with you in the Flint area.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
With the Flint area, pretty much like Kristie said, the nkfm.org is our website. However, if you want to speak with me directly, you would ask for Miss Esther Nichols out of the Flint office, and our number is area code 810-232-0522. And I'm using the office Monday through Friday, so feel free to contact me there.
And you can always contact us at our 1-800 number, which gets us to our Ann Arbor office, and they can actually span you throughout 1-800-482-1455.
Say that number one more time.
That's 1-800-482-1455.
Wonderful. And you may want to give that other number.
Once again, area code 810-232-0522.
Okay. Well, again, ladies, it has been a pleasure to have you both here with me today to talk about Enhanced Fitness. And as I said, our mission now is to enhance Michigan.
I love it.
Okay, so this has been your show for this evening, the In My Opinion show. And your host has been Denise Smith Allen. And at this time, we're going to say good evening and to stay focused.